Monday morning, a little a little red on your screen, but not that much. Dow's off 190. Small loss for the S&P and for the Nasdaq. That's how we might open. No idea how we close. Oh, look at gold. A record high, $3,754 an ounce, up almost $50 today. Now this, President Trump announced a change to the immigration system. Companies applying for new H-1B visas for foreign workers are now required to pay a one-time $100,000 fee. It'll only apply to new workers, not those already here with an H-1B visa. Stephen Moore joins us. Two questions, Steve. Number one, does this create opportunity for native-born Americans? And number two, do we have the technology skills that we require?
Well, let me answer that second question first. No, we don't. We don't have the technical skills. One of the great comparative advantages of the United States over virtually every country in the world, and we have completely, as you know, Stuart, the United States has completely dominated the internet age. You know, we're the ones with the trillion-dollar companies. And it's in part, and not even a small part, but the fact that we are attracting the best and the brightest people from all over the world to places like Silicon Valley and Austin, Texas, and Boston, Massachusetts. So my response to I think it's a bad idea on the H-1Bs. We need more of them, not fewer of them. The H-1B computer nerds and what our buddy Larry Kudlow calls the brainiacs, they are complementary to American workers, not substitutes. So in other words, the more H-1B visas we hand out, the more jobs we create in the United States. And let me mention one other quick thing. Did you know, Stuart, that 3 of our magnificent 7 companies, Microsoft, Google, and I'm trying to remember the other one. Tesla. All 3 of those the CEOs came in on an H-1B visa. So think about how many hundreds and hundreds of thousands of jobs have been created by people like Elon Musk.
So why do you think the president is doing this? Is it perhaps to make some money? He's a transactional kind of guy.
Maybe. And, by the way, charging, a fee to come in the United States, I mean, maybe an auction system might make a lot of sense. And we could raise some money from that. But by the way, there was as you know, Stuart, there was a parallel proposal by Trump that was announced last week, which I like a lot, which are these golden visas or Trump visas, which I believe, I don't know the exact details, but you pay $1 million, you get a visa, you agree to come to the United States, start a business, employ a certain number of Americans. That's a great idea. Let's have a lot of those people coming in. They're going to actually create potentially hundreds and hundreds of thousands of jobs for the United States. So, Mr. President, I like that idea. I'm not wild about charging people more for the H-1B visas.
Okay. President Trump wants the World Bank to fund more fossil fuel projects. It's his latest push against the green agenda. Steve, Trump has killed the Green New Deal here. Is he trying to kill it on a global scale now?
Well, it's killing itself because it just turns out wind and solar are very fringe forms of energy, niche forms. They can never provide the power we need to for the internet, for the AI revolution, for robotics, which are going to create require about 3 times more power than we have today. So fossil fuels, oil, gas, and coal, and nuclear power will continue to be by far the dominant forms of energy for at least the next 50 to 100 years. And there's been huge amounts of waste by the World Bank in investing in solar and wind, which is still, we only get about 4 or 5% of our energy after spending hundreds of billions on this. So Trump is exactly right about this. We need to be energy dominant. And other countries, when the World Bank is going into these poor countries and telling them, oh, don't use natural gas, use windmills, they're keeping these countries poor. It's exactly the opposite of what the World Bank is supposed to be doing.
It occurs to me that nuclear power is the go-to power source at this moment because, there are, I believe that it's about 120 of these small nuclear reactors. They're already in use on American Navy ships all around the world. Yes. Is that the way to go?
I call it the 2 N's, nuclear and natural gas. And I would say by far the most important fuel of the future is natural gas because it's abundant, it's made in America, and it's really, really cheap. But nuclear power, sure. I mean, right now we get maybe 8 to 10% of our 10% or so of our energy from nuclear. There's no reason we couldn't double or triple that. And so nuclear and natural gas are the energy sources of the future.
That's the way out. Steve, thanks for joining us this morning. See you again real soon. Thank you, Steve Moore.
Thank you, Stuart.